Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet. There's nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
This small store in the strip center of 40th Street in Thunderbird hides two major secrets. One we'll talk about later. The other one that is behind the store is the driving human force in animal rescue. Though small in stature, her soul burns with a passion to save every animal possible. What drives her? Well, let's go in and see.
Hi, I'm Barry Mears, and I'm an animal rescuer.
Hi, Barry.
Kimber, so nice to see you.
It's such a pleasure to meet you also. I want to know more about Phoenix Animal Care Coalition 911, which is also known as PACC911, correct?
That's correct.
So tell us a little bit about that.
PACC911 was something I conceived back in 1998, and we became operative in 99. The reason I thought to do this was, having been on a few boards for rescue organizations, I realized there was no continuity in the community at all. In fact, there was no rescue community. There were many small little groups, all vying for money, all vying for the piece of the media pie, and nobody working together. In fact, rather, they worked against each other. Each one had their own philosophies, and if anyone differed, they felt they weren't doing things right. And that needed to change.
You also have an emergency fund, correct?
We do. That came many years later. PACC was formed initially to bring a community together and to get them to realize that we needed to be one strong voice for the animals, and that we needed to put our differences aside and concentrate on our commonalities, which were many. So that's what PACC is about, was unifying the pet rescue groups and making them a pet rescue community. Down the road, since 99 when we became operative, it seemed we were now ready to introduce something more to our partnering groups. And we were already heavily involved in fundraising. So at that time, my dream was to be able to help the sick and injured. And so we started the Emergency Medical Fund, known as the EMF. Everything's alphabet soup these days. And the fund is available to our partnering groups, and they can send us requests to help them with their veterinary expenses, which of course are their biggest expenses. Each year, based on donations that our fundraising has raised, we give a cap to all of our groups and say this is how much you can apply for on this year's basis.
Okay.
And currently we're at $1,300 a year per group.
Oh, wow. And what other groups have you partnered with?
Well, our groups, we have 125 PACC partners now.
Oh, wow.
So our 125 partnering groups can use this fund. Some of them are large enough that they have their own medical facilities, but most of them are small groups, and they do use the fund. And it's been a life-saving program for thousands of animals. To date, we have paid out over $500,000 through that fund. So you can imagine how many lives have been saved because of it.
And Barry, there's not only Emergency Medical Fund, but there's also Lulu's Angels. Can you please tell me the difference between the two funds?
I woke up one night in the middle of the night and said, I just hate these horrible abuse cases, the ones that are so heinous. You know, you just cry or you scream, you don't know what to do. There has to be some way I can help those, or PACC can help those. It's really no longer me, it's PACC. And I made a few phone calls and got funding for the Lulu's Angel Fund, and it was in place the next day. And thanks to the Timothy T. Day Foundation and their dog Lulu, and Lulu became our namesake for the fund, we had enough in place to get started with 4 cases per year, so 1 per quarter that we could take. Well, that was this year, 2012, and as things went, Not every case used the full allocation. Some got good publicity, so more donations did come in. And as a result, 2012 ended with 12 cases being helped. And each one is a story of its own, which I hope we will get to later in our series.
For everybody out there, can you please tell the audience how they can help?
Donations and volunteers are always critical. And if you go to the PACC911 website, PACC911.org, there's all kinds of information, and they can contact us and let us know that they want to volunteer, or certainly they can press any of the PayPal buttons on the site and send a wonderful donation. I do worry about what's coming with our economy and what may happen to all charitable organizations with donations. That remains to be seen in the next years, but I'm hoping that our donors will continue to be generous and allow us to do the work that we have been doing.
This store is just incredible, Barry. Can you give me a little bit of background about it and why it's here?
I've always felt like a gerbil in a little cage running around, and what can I do next? And I've written books, and I've done cookbooks, and we've had gala luncheons, and we've done it all. And it seemed that there should be a way to have an ongoing source of revenue to help PACC911 and help the Emergency Medical Fund and help the Lulu's Angel Fund and everything we do. And a store seemed like a good thing. And again, getting back to economy, thrift stores right now are very popular. So I think we're coming in at a good time, but doing it a little bit different. Ours, as you'll see when our wonderful manager Dee takes you on tour, is hardly the feel of a thrift store. You feel like you're in a very fine, expensive boutique.
Oh, and I love it. Can you tell me how long you've been here?
We opened on October 1st. We actually took possession of the space August 1st, and Dee spent many, many hours doing the setup. She's just a creative genius.
I just love it. Coming up on The Animal Rescuers, now that we've found out the secret, we will meet the people behind it.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
Why does pet loss come with such a bewildering, life-changing cost? The pet bond can be so great that a person can feel lost. Life and pet loss coaching can help empower healing grief work.
Hi, my name is Dan Crenshaw, and I am a life and pet loss coach, author, and presenter. Empowered by courage, you can come to terms creatively with grief at your own pace with dignity and grace. I can partner with you to help you experience both healing and motivation. Then you can be free to live a purposeful lifestyle with greater passion and excellence.
The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, and we're inside the Rescue Treasures with the store manager, Dee. Dee, how are you?
Fine, thank you, and welcome.
Thank you so much. It's so thrilling to be here, and from what I understand, you are the creative genius.
Well, I don't know about that, but I've had a lot of help. But yeah, we've had a really good time setting up the store.
And the store has just such incredible merchandise that I've witnessed. So can you please tell me how you got such high-end merchandise in here?
We have quite a few boutiques here in town that donate to the store, and we also have individual donators that donate. So we've just been really blessed with a lot of people that are willing to give.
And they're giving because they believe in the cause, which
Absolutely.
is truly animal rescue. Oh, this is just so thrilling. I've never seen anything like it or have heard anything like it. And not only that, but your prices. Can we talk a little bit about those?
Sure.
Because they're just incredible. And can I show you what I want?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Like, so as I was looking around, this caught my eye. It's absolutely beautiful, just because you can't find something like this just anywhere.
Right.
But not only that, when I looked at the price, I expected it to be 3 times the amount. So can you tell me about the pricing?
We tried to make the pricing thrift store, but still boutique-y, and since everything is donated, we've been really blessed in that way. So we want to make it affordable for everyone.
The idea is to bring people into the
Right.
store to get them to shop here, which helps not only the boutique, but also the animal rescue. And I understand that most of the items in the store are either donated by other people. You have even brought in your own items from your own home. Is that correct?
Yes, we've had several of us have brought in things from our own home. So yeah, it gives it an overall feel of being very welcoming and homey in here.
So can you talk about the process, the donation process? If I wanted to bring some items from home or collect from a group of my friends, how do we go about doing this? Where do we bring them, etc.?
We are here from 10 to 6. Tuesday through Sunday, and you can either come in the front door and let us know you have a donation, or we also have a back door where you can drop things off if we're here.
As you know, it is the season to be jolly, and it is Christmas, and I am just incredibly amazed at all the unique Christmas items that they have. And so Dee, the store does run seasonal, correct?
That's correct, yes.
So everybody, whatever the season is, they bring in those types of items. Do you display them in the front to get the feel for the season?
Absolutely, and especially as you first walk in the door, we want people to feel that, we've got the season thing going on here, and just to welcome them.
So this is great for anybody out there that if you really want to help to donate, please bring in some items. Also buy the items, because it does help the store, and these are some wonderful, wonderful little treasures. Hence why it's called Rescue Treasures. Ooh, that is really, really cool. So tell me about this area here.
This area was created, you see this in other stores, and since we're a high-end resale shop, we wanted to have our own little black dress area so that folks could come in and dress up for the holidays. This is a beautiful donation from one of our very generous donators, and it's just a beautiful expression of her love and care for collecting and then donating to us so that we can help the animals.
And the price, look at this, $5 each. I mean, and these are wonderful, wonderful treasures. That's just amazing. Tell me about this display here.
Most of that was donated by another gracious person, and we just had fun putting it all together, and that's kind of our blue dish area.
If you are in the area, or even if you're not in the area, please come to Rescue Treasures. Donate, buy, support, because we do love animals and we care.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Welcome back to the Animal Rescuers, adopted by Pet Planet.
This week we visited the Maricopa County Animal Care and Control Facility in South Phoenix.
The homelessness pet problem in Maricopa County, although is getting better, is still a tragedy. Many animals come to animal shelters every year and they need new homes. Most of them are perfect animals, healthy, well-behaved, and it's hard to find homes for all of them. We need a community support. This is not a problem for one organization or even all the rescue organizations. The community needs to step up and help us to place these animals in good homes. 83,000 animals will reach animal shelters in the valley by the end of 2012, just in that calendar year. It's a tragedy. The rescue community needs you. The animals need you. Please help us to save these lives.
Hi, I'm Wendy Fairclough, Training Director at Villa La Paz, and we're going to be talking about accepting a new rescue dog into your house. First thing I want to say is thank you and congratulations for taking a rescue dog into your house or just rescuing a dog. So this whole series that we're going to be doing is going to be talking about kind of the first steps when you first get your rescue dog into your house, the first steps of what you should do and what you should not do when you have them come into your house. So my general rule of thumb is when you get a new rescue dog into the house, is the first thing you want to do is obviously get them acclimated for the first couple of days. Teach them, you know, where to go potty, when mealtime is, and just the general comings and goings in and out of your house. You know, everybody thinks when they get this rescue dog, everybody takes into consideration the dog's background. And when I get a rescue dog, I want to learn a little bit about where the dog came from, what its background was, but I don't spend a whole lot of my energy on, you know, dwelling on the fact that the dog may have been neglected or it may or may not have been abused. So when I get a new rescue dog into my house, even if I'm fostering it, I start right off, you know, just accepting the dog in the house, feeding it, pottying it, showing it, you know, the rules of the house, and, you know, showing it a little bit of love. But everybody, when they get a new rescue dog, everybody just wants to pour on a whole lot of love and, you know, turn the dog loose into the house, and then the dog just learns a whole lot of bad behaviors. So the purpose of this is kind of starting the dogs off on the right foot, so they learn expectations and boundaries right from the get-go. So I would like you to stay tuned to the Animal Rescuers, and next week we're going to be talking about creating just some general guidelines and expectations of the dogs, with possibly teaching them how to crate and some feeding expectations.
The first Pet Planet store opened in 1996 after the devastating loss of our Cocker Spaniel to cancer. What we learned then about pet health was eye-opening. The food and the treats that we were giving him did not support his immune system and may have actually harmed him. Pet Planet was established to be a community resource, a store that offers only the healthiest products and the best knowledge on pet health issues. At Pet Planet, there is nothing more important to us than your pet's health.
It started out like a totally normal day.
I love you.
I mean, I guess I was a little sweaty and I was definitely sore. I thought I had gas. Turns out I was having a heart attack. Heart disease is the #1 killer of American women. So now I take care of my heart and I tell the women in my life to do the same.
Sounds great, by the way.
That's nice, sweetie, but that's not my heart. That is. Find out more from the American Heart Association at goredforwomen.org.
Hi, I'm Jen, and this is Pet Planet's Pet Tip of the Week. As pet guardians, we want to provide your dogs with things to chew on. It's your dog's natural instinct to chew, so satisfying this need is not only important to their mental well-being, but also helps to develop strong muscles in their jaw and helps to keep your dog's teeth clean. One thing that loving pet guardians often do not realize is that rawhide is very dangerous to your pet's health. Rawhide is not digestible, and when swallowed, will swell 3 to 4 times its size in the liquid environment of the stomach. These swollen pieces are not digestible, so can get lodged in the digestive tract, resulting in injuries from stomach upset to complete blockage that will require immediate emergency treatment. Additionally, during the manufacturing process, rawhide is treated with toxic chemicals such as lime solution or bleach. These are highly caustic to your pet and should be avoided at all costs. Now that you understand the dangers of feeding rawhide, you're probably asking yourself, well, what is the safe alternative? Here at Pet Planet, we strongly recommend a beef chew. This is just a muscle that's been fully dehydrated. It's 100% digestible, and it's low in fat. So for those of you who are looking for a low-calorie treat for your pet, this is a great option. It comes in a variety of shapes and sizes that every pet's gonna love. You have a basic stick, you have braided chews that tend to last a little bit longer, and then also beef chews that are in a curly shape, again, that are gonna help to last a little bit longer. Stay tuned each week for another Pet Planet pet tip. There's more of the Animal Rescuers coming right up.
Why does pet loss come with such a bewildering, life-changing cost? The pet bond can be so great that a person can feel lost. Life and pet loss coaching can help empower healing grief work.
Hi, my name is Dan Crenshaw, and I am a life and pet loss coach, author, and presenter. Empowered by courage, you can come to terms creatively with grief at your own pace with dignity and grace. I can partner with you to help you experience both healing and motivation. Then you can be free to live a purposeful lifestyle with greater passion and excellence.
The Animal Rescuers has been adopted by Pet Planet.
Surprise, Arizona. Kimber's Pet Wash puts on this amazing annual event to bring the community together.
Hey everybody, it's the Morning Mayor Dave Pratt from Dave Pratt Live with my buddy Terry DeSantis out here at the 5th annual Kimber Pet Wash Santa Paws event. What a beautiful day, huh?
Yes, it is.
Wow, so we're doing all sorts of good stuff today. We're finding nice homes for animals that need adoption. Tell them a little bit more about that, Terry.
Well, there's several animal rescue groups here, and you come out and meet a couple of the dogs, fill out an application, and go through the process, and hopefully you find your best friend.
Hi there, I'm Jody with Fallen Feathers, and we take in orphaned and injured wild birds and we rehab them, we put them back into the wild. We also take in exotics, so we are licensed by the state and the federal government to do bird rehab, but we do not receive any funding from them, so anytime you can send us your time, your talent, or your money, we really appreciate it. Thanks.
This is the Sheriff's Office MASH unit. It takes animals that were abused or neglected from the Animal Crimes Unit. They'll seize the animals if the situation deems it necessary. And what happens is the Sheriff's Office will actually go and care for the animal rehabilitate it, and if it becomes property of the sheriff's office after it goes through court or the animals get surrendered by the owners, they'll continue to care for the animal, feed it, take prisoners from Tent City, which is actually the female inmates for this particular MASH unit, and then they'll go and try to adopt the animal out once it's ready to be adopted and try to find them a better home.
We're Greyhound Pets of Arizona, and we adopt ex-racing greyhounds. Once they are ready to retire from the track, they come to our group and they are all held in foster care until they are adopted out.
Boxer Love Rescue was established in 1998. We're a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and we save between 500 and 700 boxers per year. And by saved, I mean we have relationships with the county shelters and humane societies. We take owner turn-ins, and we'll help abandoned or stray dogs.
Hey, my name's Amy, and I'm with Almost Home Bulldog Rescue. We're out of Phoenix, Arizona, but we do deal with the entire state. We rescue French, English, and Old English Bulldogs. If it's got a snorty face, we will save it.
Dave Pratt and Terry DeSantis, we love you from Kimber Pet Wash. Hey, if you don't deserve it, who does?
They really do know how to throw a show out there in Surprise, Arizona. This is Kimberly reminding you that if you adopt, donate, or volunteer, you can make a real difference. And you can be an animal rescuer too. See you next time.
And you can see that Terry, being a loyal listener, has my book. The reason Terry purchased this book is for a centerfold inside that I can't show you. It's very revealing.
And he even signed it.
And I even signed it. And don't worry, the private parts are covered with a little tiny doggy biscuit.